Again. Yeah. Hello, guys. I'm Conrad, and I would like to start um, this channel. This channel will be about cryptocurrencies market. We'll talk about Bitcoin. We will talk about cryptocurrencies in overall. We will talk about long-term and short-term predictions. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, because I guess this might be worth watching. You will learn a lot, and I will learn a lot with you as well, I hope. Um, yeah, this channel will be something about like news about cryptocurrency and other things like some TA. But I hope I will find a balance there, so you will not be bored by only doing TA or only reading like news, because I guess that's not a good way to present things to people, to do one thing like for an hour or more. So I will try to split this time, try to find a balance there, as I mentioned. Okay, so let's start by obviously by the king of all of the cryptocurrencies. As you probably know, it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is our indicator where the market is actually going. So let's check it out. What's going on here? As you can probably see, we are in a massive downtrend. We reached the top at 10th of November, and from that point in time, we are, as you can see here, we are in a massive downtrend. We are not sure yet what would be the outcome of this but patterns like this, so this like falling structures, pretty much maybe let's put it in this way, very often break up so to the upside. So has it ever happened to Bitcoin? Yes, of course it happened in the history. Right here, for example, we had very similar structure, and it eventually broke out. Same. Well, that's something I would like to talk about, because as you can see here, when we had like previous like uptrend, it was previous to this one that we just had like 2 months ago. We have pretty similar structure, so you can see that we had this falling wedge, I guess. You can name it that way. And yeah, it eventually broke to the upside, and then you can see that we have like a massive breakout that took us right there from here. And so if we would have the same right here, you can see that the price target would be approximately $78,000 if we had like the same massive run up to the upside. Is it possible right now? What I can tell you is that it's very hard to predict like exactly what will happen, because it might happen now, but you can never be sure about such things, because there are many different factors that can be decisive. in terms of if we are going to, for instance, have a similar run to what we had, or maybe we can have even a bigger run. It's debatable, I guess. Yeah, but what I wanted to tell you in this video is that it happened to Bitcoin that we had those falling trends, and those trends tend to break to the upside. So that's very important because it gives us hope. It gives us something we can base on, because to raise the price, to make it higher, we need people, we need retail, we need institutions, we need basically more money being like being transferred to cryptocurrency market. And why we might get this? Because as you can clearly see, there is hope in the market. One, because we had such things in many different times, and it tends to break to the upside basically. Let me show you here quickly about what about the MACD indicator. I really like this one because it clearly shows you where can you expect move to the upside. This is 4-hourly chart, and when you are looking at it for such broad perspective, it might not be like useful enough. So let's switch to the daily time frame, and as you can see here, we have like those bottom on MACDs are pretty much bottoms of a chart, right? Or it can be a point when the trend will reverse. Let's see here. We've got a bottom right there, right? And then we've got a trend right there. And what you can see here is that exactly the same trend is pretty much visible right here. Yeah? Even though like the MACD is a bit lagging because from here it was showing us that the trend is to the upside, but it was consolidating for a while right here. But eventually it broke out to the upside, and as you can see here, MACD showed us the top right here, and the price was still going up, but we've got this warning here that it might be the end of this trend, because we are extended to some point, to some extent. And now RSI, that's like very, very, very good indicator as well, where we can predict what might happen next. And as you can see here, we also had like pretty much same trend, so trade to the upside. It really, really helps you if you want to identify if it's a good time to buy or not. So let's now compare this this period to the current period. So we would like to see if the trend is going to change. So if we are going to go to the upside, I will do like the very same thing right here. So let's imagine that we've got here, as you can see, I can make it a bit bigger, so you will make sure that it's what I mean. Okay, let's make it bigger a bit. Yes. I see a trend reversal right there. Same here. I'm not completely sure if it is going to be this or that. We are not sure yet. But as you can see, we are forming higher lows and higher highs. So it means that the trend, in my opinion, is likely to be changed right now. What about the price movement? Uh, if we go like the same approach here, this might suggest that we will end up something around $82,000, and it's exactly the same because this like line is line copied from here. So if we have like the same run here, it would be around that point. Here we ended this trend a bit faster because what you can clearly see is that we have very, very big run up right here, right? So it extended very, very quickly because the price was changing quickly. So the slower the pace, the longer the trend, I can say. That's what RSI shows you, that whenever we are going upwards here, yeah, it was like around from, okay, 19th of May to the 8th of September. So yeah, you can clearly see that the slower we go, the longer the trend can be. Okay. So is it a good time to be buying, accumulating Bitcoin right now? If MACD will be lagging a bit, like here, we are not sure yet because it might be pretty much same consolidation period as here. So it would take us around to the, yeah, basically here, 4th of February. The 4th of February to get there. So it might take a while, but it can also be a bit sharper right in here. So it will be just instant, instant go to the upside. So we might not know. We might even go a bit lower, but what you can see here, we are pretty much very close to this bullish MACD cross. Bullish MACD cross means that we are crossing it from the downside, from the downwards of this orange line. So yeah, it might go upwards. Well, so we to make sure we can wait basically, because you will not lose as much if you wait for the krill breakout. Of course, you can accumulate now, but remember that we can go lower. There is like, of course, we are low on the RSI, but still we can go lower, or we can test like previous low that was like right here. As you can see here, we tested the previous low, yeah, but the MACD was climbing up. So yeah, we are not sure yet if this is the bottom. We can guess. We are probably near the bottom, in my opinion, but we can never make 100% sure that the bottom is in. So I would wait for the trend reversal right here. I would suggest to be a bit more patient here. You can, if you want to be more aggressive here, you can start DCA your altcoins or your Bitcoin. So if you start buying right over there, for instance, when you had like the previous stop, it was the time actually to start to look for trend reversal, right? Because it was a crucial support here, and let's say we've got a crucial support right there, right there. Yeah. So this might be our accumulation zone, the zone when we want to DCA, when we want to accumulate, when we want to observe. But I would rather not go all in. I would split my buys for a longer period of time in case this, for instance, if this was the bottom, I would have something. If this was the bottom, I would have something as well. And if this has a bottom, this was the bottom, I also was exposed to something. So yeah, I would start DCA a bit, not that aggressive DCA, because we are still in a downtrend. So, but if you want to make money in this space, you want to accumulate when the money is low, right? When the price of your asset is low. Because if you're accumulating an uptrend, yeah, for many it might be safe, but let's take a look here. Would you prefer to buy over there on the top or over there when the downtrend was like basically very close to the reversal? I would buy lower. I would buy lower, and I would DCA and wait. Of course, it might happen to us that we will go even lower. So we might go. There is not a huge chance that we can reach this low, but it can happen. Everything can happen in this industry, basically. So it can happen, right? You know, this time as well. Something that nobody predicts that we can go that low, but we can. So if you start to DCA very, very slowly right here, and you will have like many buying points, make sure that you would have some spare USDT on the side to fill this place right here, because there is very little chance that it might happen, but if it happened, I would definitely want to buy then, because it will be a really nice like price opportunity to accumulate very cheap Bitcoin and very cheap altcoins. So I would advise from this 50 to 500, it's a good buying time in my opinion. It's not like all in buying time, it's more of a DCA buying time. Yeah, but I would start like when we have like bigger dips, when you for instance, good buying zone was here, here. Probably there will be some right there, right here. You know, we want to buy in like smaller portions when we go down. Then in the end, if you will do like this, like all the way down here, you will end up with an entry price like something around there, which is really good entry price in my opinion, because it's there is like very low chance that you will not go higher than this line. It might happen, because everything can happen, that Bitcoin will never like be worth more than 38k, but when you see what's happening in the world, when you see the inflation, when you see that people are getting rid of money basically because money is more and more worthless, I would say that the DCA accumulate more uh, because, like, think about it that way, that it's really dangerous to wait for the clear bottom, because you might wait, but the reversal might come earlier than you think, and you will end up with buying in an uptrend. What happened to these people here? The same happened here. People were waiting for the bottom. The bottom didn't happen because we go upside here, and people were starting accumulating their bitcoins right there, right? Because they saw that there is a chance because we are higher than this top. So they started DCAing their Bitcoin right here. So if you start DCA right there and stop right here, you will end up with average price right there, yeah, or something around those regions when you started DCA here and stop here. And then you see that your price is going down, and might go even go here to 30K, right? That's how tough it is to uh, to overcome like the psychological like battle in your head, because you have to battle, you have to struggle, because you see that your savings are basically going to nowhere, right? Because you're losing, and you're losing like 50%, you're losing like 80%. So people who have their average price right there, and now we are right here, lost 25%. So it's a lot, and we do not know if it's the bottom. So imagine that the bottom will be like the worst case scenario for me, so 30K. So then you lose like 52%. Yeah, it's a big loss. It's a big loss. But when you do what I do, it's that you will start accumulating right here. Yeah, you would lose a lot more, because your average price would be somewhere around, let me quickly oh no, this one, let me quickly okay, we want to accumulate here and here. We have an average price right there, let's say. So we would have a loss of about, yeah, 24%. So it's 2 times less, right? It's not 51, but 24. So that's why this strategy, when to accumulate, when you have signals, clear signals over there on the RSI, clear signals on the MACD, and in the price itself, because you see some support right there, you see some support right here, right there. There are many different supports that can be like the bottom of our trend. So yeah, I would advise to start DCA very small portions, because as you can see, there is a chance we might got a reversal. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think about this first video. It was the first one, so I promise it would be better next time, but I need to start somehow. That was my first video. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. Next time we'll talk more maybe about altcoins, about maybe I will present you some news that what's going on here, what's going on Twitter. I guess that's also important to follow that. Yeah, but I just wanted to start with some basic TA, and like it was like my analysis of current situation. So where would you like to buy? What would you like to say? To sell your Bitcoin or your altcoins? Yeah. So thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one.